How's it going? Jeff Fleming here, talking about the Bakerville Pizza Company. We're in the very beginning stages of the construction, but like any project, it seems like it's been many months in the making. We're here in Bakerville Center, an appropriate spot to regenerate a little local community flavor and flair. Jeff Radwick, my partner and the property owner here of what's known as the Bakerville Mall, and I decided this winter that there was a lack of exciting options food-wise at night available here in the little sunken valley of Bakerville. I've had a background in pizza in my early 20s. I had a pizzeria which started here in New Hartford, which is the town proper that Bakerville is located in. It was a wonderful business in the late 90s, early 2000s, where I learned a lot more of what I probably won't do this time around. Experience is the most invaluable asset that comes to the table this time around. I had figured it out as a young 20-year-old entrepreneur, raised 4 children, and this time around my oldest son is going to saddle up and really anchor the pizza labor end of it. And with all that we've learned from the 10 to 12 years that we did in the business prior to this, I'm very hopeful and excited that a flavor, a energy is coming to Bakerville that has long been missed and will be here for a long time to come. I'm certain the pizza will speak for itself. I could do all I want with words, but I encourage you to come try it and then talk. I think I'll win you over.
Pizza place coming to life here in Bakerville, right next to a coffee and sandwich store, which I operate, Radwick's. Pizza place coming into life is going to be operated by Jeff Fleming. Jeff Fleming and I came together for the project because Jeff Fleming happens to be our neighbor across the street, a farmer. He's got a project going on there. He walked in one day, said, "I want to do pizza here." This place was custom made for me to do pizza. I said, "Okay, let's talk." So we did, and Jeff has quite a bit of experience in pizza, and he has an intense focus. I don't know if you call it passion, but he's got an intense focus on every part of pizza preparation and serving that you can imagine. Because we went out for pizza together a few times, and he talked so much about it that it almost spoiled my ability to enjoy a pizza unobjectively. Anyway, I found Jeff to be a little bit of a brothers in arms with his visionary qualities and his drive, and his sort of, I know what I want, get out of my way, I'm going to create it, bring it to life, and do it. So that's what we're doing. We have the space that we're standing in, with some floor plans and some pens and pencils, and it was really pretty quick as far as bringing it together. And in the background we got Mr. Yikes, contractor. You might have seen him earlier in some footage. Excellent carpenter. Lover of pizza, of course, like we all are. But anyway, that's essentially what we have going here, is bringing to life a business, hopefully, that will end up being the means for Jeff Fleming to take more of himself from his life outside of his work by doing what he does here, in this instance pizza, and what we think is going to be an extraordinary way, and it's going to have great results for him as a business person. That's the ultimate result we're after, is in improvements in our lives outside of work by doing work in a very specific way while we're there.
So Bakerville Pizza is well underway. A lot of the interior, kind of behind the scenes infrastructure is done, and we're getting to that fun part where we're building the vibe, trying to capture a feel inside the place. Some of what you want is emotional feel when they walk in. So what we've come up with is what we're calling an inside out theme. We want to recapture that sidewalk social atmosphere that existed in urban settings in a working class America where people were coming and going, but intimate conversations were happening and passing. So with any luck, we're going to have that sort of, you're out on the sidewalk, a very safe place to have interactive social experience without any boundary, where people can let their guard down, a safe place to mix up the vibe, a local feel.
Here, flapper valve here, pizza's in and out. Right to my left is going to be pizza making station, cheese, sauce, pepperoni, sausage, anchovies, clams. Right up against this wall, pizza oven, stainless steel hood popping right through the roof. Coming over here, we're going to have a hand wash sink, a food prep sink, and a 3-base sink for dishes. Right around here, we're going to have a fridge and a freezer. And in this corner here, custom plumbing is for a 60-gallon dough mixer. And that's pretty much the kitchen, and then the rest is storage.
So here we are, Bakerville Pizza Company, ending that toil of construction and brainstorm, getting our sights set on the opening. Always the most anticipated part of a restaurant project. Absolutely something that you have to forecast, you have to be somewhat fluid about, but there's a few keystones in an opening that Bakerville Pizza hopes to capture. You want it to be something that people feel like they already know a little bit about, so having some of the social media stuff start to build familiarity with the customers as to how we promote that type of thing, but we also want that never seen before first impression when they open the door, a kind of dueling feeling of I've been here before, but this is something I've never seen, is what we're really hoping to capture. We want them to feel like it's a mainstay in their lives and always has been, but yet a refreshing new thing in town. So we really seesaw on some hopeful, emotional grab when we have the first person walk through the door. We want there to be a thrill, and we want it when they leave to feel like it's a place they've always been. So I think we're right there. So a pizza man is a unique part of the restaurant culinary experience. It's a somewhat prized place in people's lifestyles and hearts, and Bakerville Pizza really understands that greatness is oftentimes simply done. It's things that complement one another but stand up on their own, and in making the pizza we want to put our passion into the product but never let it have any of the ill effects of business that gets to be overbearingly busy. Each pizza is somebody's dinner. It's one person's meal for that day, although it's 1 in 100 for us in the night. We always follow some basic principles about the pizza. You are delicate, you're gentle, you do as little as possible to achieve it, you don't beat it up. Somewhat like you would imagine your emotional existence. You want it to be nurtured, you want it to be cared for, and you want it to do its own thing at the same time. So when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, there's a little bit of understanding from a pizza man's concept of what that means. It's somewhat reflective of the natural order of things. Everything comes full circle. Something about the pizza world is well-rounded, it feels good, and it's simple. And that's really what we think is the easiest way to happiness. Keep it simple.
I'm Barrett from Bakerville Pizza Company.
Here we're at Bakerville Pizza, right, and we're totally turning into a restaurant for the first time. It's really actually looking like it should be open. Do you know why we haven't been open? I know we've had a couple dates. We've tried to open it before, and we haven't been able to yet. Do you know why?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts in terms of equipment and getting like certain inspections. Getting the propane into the ovens was a big one. That took a little bit, but here we are. Everything's pretty much done. We're about to do the final inspection, so we're right at the door of opening.
You pumped?
I'm pumped. Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. It's been a long time coming, and there's a lot of excitement. A little bit nervous, but that's natural. Yeah.
What do you expect to see at opening day? A lot of people? Or
A lot of people, a lot of pizza, obviously, a lot of enthusiasm. Yeah.
Come to fruition. Nice to say that we arrived at opening day. Like anything, there's things we didn't plan for. So I would say for a brand new store, the opening has been received tremendously from the public. The human factor has been difficult, but the pizza is performing just as we hoped it would. So I would say it's been a wonderful opening, not absent hurdles like anything. There's been a few adjustments on the fly that we had to come up with, but all things considered, Bakerville Pizza Company has been well received. It's been a project from the beginning that's been exciting, and it really continues to be fun and enjoyable, a nice addition to the community. So thanks to all those who joined in. This is a wonderful experience.
I mean, you should try that rose rusty water too. Delicious. I can do some there right now. I can't wait till I hear this plate. Yes.
I got it. You can take that. I got you. I got it.
Mushroom
And sausage.
and sausage. What's your name? Andrew, can I call?
Half hour there.